oil change, oil filter, spark plugs, coolant, brake fluid, and I got a nice cap for the reservoir. Also, there's an oil leak. I believe it's this O-ring, and you can see it's leaking a good amount of oil. This line basically that goes down there. Also, I will be oiling the KN filter. I already cleaned it, I just gotta oil it now. I do want to point out the coolant. This is a Suzuki stuff, and it's ethylene glycol. This is a good stuff. It's more poisonous, but it transfers heat better. Whereas this stuff is propylene glycol. According to the manual, if you use propylene glycol, you need to replace this every 2 years. And this is more safe for the environment and blah, blah, blah. But the heat transfer is not good on this. According to the manual, you replace this every 4 years. And then to the brake fluid, interesting enough, somebody left a comment on an older video that I did that the 5.1, even though it performs better, it needs to be replaced sooner because it absorbs water quicker than .4. And then plugs, I got iridium. Let's get started. I'm gonna remove the air filter box. Obviously take out that bolt, connector here, a hose, another hose back there. This guy sits on a rubber thing, so I'm gonna pull that out like that. And another hose over here. These, you just squish them like this. And then an Allen bolt, same thing on the other side. All that comes loose, air box comes out. No junk can fall in there. Push down on the tab. I pulled out this coil and this guy came out with it, this bug. I'm gonna blow in some air so all the dirt and stuff can come out. Sorry you guys have to see me like this, but it's getting hot. I like to use some anti-seize on the threads. This way they don't rust in and they come out easy. In the future, I'll make a full video on how to do it. So I don't strip out the plastic threads. I back out the bolt, and when I hear that, that's when I screw it in. This way you know the thread is properly started. Right there. And I like start from the center one, make that tight first to make it slide in a little bit easier. That's done. Moving on to the oil change and the oil leak repair. I need to remove this fairing. Other than the obvious bolts, I like to take out the lower fairing. The one that's here, it makes it a lot easier. And then there's a hidden clip in there. I'll show you on this side because it's easier now. In there, which grabs the fairing. And also, there's two of those underneath. I forgot this guy here. Okay, this pops up right here. Basically, all those pointy things, they go into grommets like that, and like that. Another one here. You want to separate the inner black piece with a painted fairing. Of course, clean out the magnet and always replace the crush washer because you don't want oil to leak on your rear tire. Dude, what the heck? Man, you know what? This filter, it was so loose, I wonder if that was the oil leaking. Wow, I think that's what happened. Okay, I'm starting to think now it's just a filter. I might have fucked up. Hey, we all make mistakes, okay? I'm gonna be honest with you. Human error. I'm a mechanic.
What is your gender? I'm a mechanic.
Yeah, I'm not gonna mess with this O-ring. If it's not broken, don't fix it. I'll see how it goes. Well, the good thing is, I did the oil change easy. I didn't have to fight the filter. That's pretty tight. Damn. Okay. 3,100 ml. I'll do about 3,500 because I changed the filter. And then I'm gonna start the bike and make sure it's within range. Man, I keep making a mess. What the heck? This oil looks so nice. Look at that, it's like alien blood. Now moving to the coolant. And going to the other side. This tool is the best. You can take this out so you drain whatever's inside of the expansion tank. That stuff looks pretty crappy. The reservoir tank, the level is on the inside, of course, hard to see. The oil leak is looking good, really nice and dry, and did not leak anything overnight. If you're bleeding, this tool is a must. It makes it so much easier. Just make sure the arrow is pointing away. And man, this fluid, it looks pretty dark. I'm glad I'm doing this. You don't want it to run empty because it's gonna suck in air. Be careful with the brake fluid because it can mess up the paint. And of course, this plastic piece, it does not fit. I feel like if I trim it a little bit, it'll go in. I'm not gonna do that, man. So I'm gonna send it back. I'm just gonna reuse this. Because this, look how nice it goes in. Clutch is all set, and you can see the difference. The new fluid is nice and clear, has a nice gold color. The old one is dark. In person, the difference is way drastic. If I put a fish in there, I can see it swimming around. So now I gotta do that, the same thing. And then to do the rear brake, I'm gonna have to take out the tail. I'm gonna do this another day because it's more of a job. Here, back to the coolant, it would be wise if I also took out this hose yesterday. Because in here, there's gonna be coolant that could not be drained. When I do this the third time, I think I'll get it correct at 100%. Man, this cylinder looks so nice. Look at that. What a nice engine. And this concludes the video for today. Again, all the links are gonna be below in the description box. And if you have any questions, let me know.